Welcome all of you to my YouTube channel Statistics and Data Science. This is Rishikesh Kadam, and in this tutorial we are going to see how to draw a plot using add access method, that is basically using matplotlib library. So first of all we are going to import matplotlib library, and we are going to import pyplot class from that matplotlib library as a PLT. For that we have to just execute this command import matplotlib.pyplot as plt. After that we are going to import numpy library as np, because for the data here first of all we are going to import we are going to apply a function figure from a plt class. For that you have to just use this command. After that we are going to define the size of that figure. For that we have to just use this function add access. This is basically a parameters of that figure, that is basically first argument in that is basically size, distance from the left side of our output, and another second argument is the distance from the bottom side of distance of the axis from the bottom side. Third argument is height of our axis, and uh, third argument is wideness of our axis, and fourth argument is height of our axis. This is basically distance from the left side of the axis, distance from the bottom side of the axis. This is the distance from this is basically wideness of our figure, that is axis, and this is height of our axis, that is height of our figure. After that let's execute this command line. So you can see this is our figure, this is our size of our figure. You can see this is our size of our figure. After that we are going to draw a plot inside that figure. Basically inside that axis we are going to add data inside this figure or inside this axis. So after that let's see. First of all we are going to import matplotlib library. After that this is basically an axis. This is basically an array of 20 numbers. The numbers lies between -20 and +20. After that we are going to make an function, basically a quadratic function, x square plus 10. So y is basically a function of x, that is x square plus 10. After that we are going to use this function plt.figure as we see above, and after that we are going to set figure size, that is axis. This is distance from left side, distance from bottom side. It is basically wideness of our figure. This is the height. So height is 0.8, wideness is 0.8. Also the distance from the left hand side is 0.2, and distance from the bottom is 0.2. After that we are going to draw a plot using our data x and y. So for that we have to use this command axis.plot. Inside that our data x is our data on x-axis, y is data on our y-axis. Basically we are going to draw a function y. After that b is our color of our line. After that we are going to set label. So for that we have to use this axis.labels, because we are predefine our axis. That's why here we have to use axis.set labels, set x labels. X-axis is named as x-axis and y-axis is named as y-axis. After that we are going to set a title. Our title is quadratic function. So let's execute our command line. So you can see this is our plot. This is a quadratic function plot. You can see basically it look like a parabola, x square plus 10. So you can see x-axis is named as x-axis, y-axis is named as a y-axis, and this is our plot. After that we are going to plot multiple plots using this add access function. So after that, as we see, we take another function x square plus 20. First of all we take x square plus 10. After that we add another function x square plus 20 as a z. So you can see this is x is our data. After that y is our another function x square plus 10. Z is then another function x square plus 20. After that we are going to use this add figure. After that we are going to predefine axis for each figure. This is the axis for the first figure, and this is the size for the second figure. The axis is size for the first figure, and axis 2 is the size for the second figure. After that we are going to plot the data in that both axes, that is both figures. So you can see First of all, we are going to add data inside the axis, and after that we are going to add data inside the axis 2. So first of all, we are going to add data axis. Inside that we have x and y. X is our data, y is our function x square plus 10, and b is our color of our line. After that we are going to set the labels of x-axis and y-axis and the title of our graph. After that we are going to add data on axis 2 using axis 2 dot plot function. Inside that we have data x and z as our function. R is our color of our line. After that we are going to set labels for x-axis, y-axis and our title. So let's see the output. So you can see in the output we have two graphs because axis 1 and axis 2. We have set the two figures parameters, and after that inside that we are going to add our data. So you can see two figures in here. So this is the bigger graph is basically a graph of axis, the axis function, axis variable, and the inner graph is a graph of axis 2 variable. So as we predefine the axis 1 and axis 2 variables by using add axis method, as we change the parameters of the axis, then you can see there is a change in the location of our graph. As we see, our inner graph is here. Let's change the parameters of axis 2. Basically inner graph is axis 2 and outer graph is the axis. You can see we have predefined axis 1 and axis 2 function. As we have the figure size of axis is quite bigger and figure size of axis 2 is less than that. So let's change the figure size of axis 2. So let's do like this. This is first argument is distance from the left hand side. So let's set is a 0.3, and another is the distance from the bottom side. Let's set is a 0.6, and third is a wideness of our figure. So let's set is to be 0.4, and let's take here 0.4. So let's execute our command line. So you can see our location of our graph will be changed. It's quite because as we set the parameter, as we change the parameters, our location of our size and figure size also change. You can see there is a wideness also change, height is also change, distance from left side is also change, and distance from bottom side is also change. So this is the required procedure to draw a plots using add axis command or add axis function. So first of all that we have to set the function plt.figure. Inside that figure we have to set the parameters, and after that using that axis, as we assign variable to that figure.addAxis, we have to add our data inside that figure. So this is the required procedure to draw a plot using add axis method, and you can customize your figure size, or you can customize your location of your plot by using these 4 parameters inside the add axis function. So thank you all of you. Please subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon to get notification of my new videos. I am going to make a tutorial of all the beginners in Python, that is tutorials for basic Python. So please subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon to get notification of my new videos. Thank you all of you.